Whether you're a new player or a current one, you are probably wondering what characters you should build. Note that even if you don't have these characters, this video could give you an idea if you want to go after them or not. So, without further ado,
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
of course I had to put this boyo at number 1, just because of how useful he is. Some could argue that Bennett is literally the best character in the game. With him providing great healing and a massive damage boost to your characters, it's no wonder that he's just very viable in anything. I only just recently built this guy. Yes, I know I'm an idiot. But after I did, I only realized that I regret not building him sooner. I used to struggle with the Spiral Abyss so much before I built Bennett. So, if you're a new player that doesn't have him built, I highly suggest you do. He will change everything. All you got to do to build him is get the Noblesse artifact set, a good energy recharge weapon like Favonius, and just level up his ultimate talent. I cannot stress enough that this guy is so worth the investment. And if you don't have him, just be on the lookout for any banner that does have him. Oh, and a quick note to those who do end up building him. If you end up like me and getting max copies of him, do not, and I don't say this lightly, do not ever activate his 6th constellation. It will ruin everything.
My name is Yunjin.
For the number 2 spot, we got Miss Yunjin. Yun is the best support for buffing your normal attacks. Now, you may be wondering, why is that useful? I don't care for normal attacks. I just want to spam skills and ultimates. Shush. Listen. You have to look more beyond that. Catalyst characters are perfect with Yun. Not only that, if you have Ayato, you may not know this, but his elemental skill actually counts as a normal attack. And not only that, if you have Eula, who is literally meant for physical damage, which happens because of normal attacks. Now maybe you don't have those characters, but just know, for any Catalyst user, or shoot, for any character you build as a physical character, Yunjin can make any of that better. And to make this happen, all you gotta do is get as much defense as you can on her. Get the opulent Dreams artifacts for that defense bonus, and for the weapon you could go with Favonius for the energy recharge. And for her talents, all you need to focus on is her ultimate. And there you go. So yeah, definitely consider Yunjin.
If you've got a problem you can't handle, then I'm the one for the job.
And for number 3, this may come to a surprise for some, but Rosaria, honestly, is pretty damn good. She makes for a great cryo DPS and for great cryo application, meaning you can do reactions a lot better. Maybe I'm a bit biased because I'm using Shenhe, who can boost cryo pretty greatly. If you don't have her, just use Bennett like I listed earlier. But even without those two, early on in the game when I had her, she was pretty viable. She's a decent DPS if you don't have any other cryo character. Her skill is fast and hits decent. It also has a fast cooldown, which is nice, and her ultimate leaves a spear on the ground that creates a cryo AoE for a bit. Not only that, she's just easy to build and easy to use. Just get either attack artifacts like Gladiator, or Noblesse for the burst damage, or even the cryo set. Even for the weapon it can vary. Favonius for energy recharge, or crit polearm like Deathmatch, or the Jade Spear. Or maybe even a physical polearm like Dragon Spine. And for the talents, you can focus on burst first, the skill second, and if you want her normal attacks, go ahead. She's just a decent character, especially for early on new players.
It is as the stars foretold.
Throughout the video so far, you probably noticed that there wasn't any 5-star character mentioned. And there's good reason for that. I wanted to put more 4 stars than 5 stars on the list simply because 4 stars are more easily to acquire than 5 stars. That being said, we can have 5 stars for the last 2 on the list. So for the first one, it's Mona. Mona is almost, or you could say is as good as Bennett, but in a different way. She doesn't heal like Bennett, but has other usefulness. Her ultimate basically applies a debuff on enemies, which grants characters insane bonus damage. That sounds amazing, right? All in all, she's great, especially paired with Bennett. You can get even more bonus damage. And yeah, I know I don't have her built right now, but I'm in the process. It's these exact reasons why I am building her in the first place. And it's definitely not because the game keeps giving her to me like it's assigned to.
I am Keqing, Yuhung of the Liga Keqing.
And to end this off, the number 5 spot is Keqing. Before Dendro came out, Keqing wouldn't even be on this list anywhere. But because of Dendro, she has become literally one of the best characters in my opinion. Dendro is absolutely overpowered paired with Keqing. It has this reaction called Aggravate, which is really good. And Keqing, because of her Electro and how much she does it, she causes these reactions super well. I'm just glad she finally has a place now, and she's just no longer one of the worst characters in the game. All in all, I hope you found this video helpful in any way, and hopefully any of these characters intrigued you enough to consider building them. Let me know what you think. Anyway, thank you for watching, and of course,
How about you subscribe to Kalo and come back for the next video?
何するスイカ割りは平凡だってドキドキする飛び込め海の色を変えろ忘れた